Okay guys, so for today's video, I wanted to use a few new products that I have. So the first thing that I wanted to start off with is I already have my brows on and I primed my eyes using the Anastacio Primer, this one right here. It's like a sample size that came with some other palettes that I ordered from her. So I did use this primer. I actually really enjoy this primer, so I would buy a full size of it. But this sample size does last such a long time. So if you guys are interested in a good primer, this is really good. I really don't use primers for the most part. I always use like my concealers and stuff. But I actually really like this one. So I figured why not try this out today. And I did want to use a new palette that I purchased like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. It just got here a week ago. But it is the Impulsive Palette from Melt Cosmetics, you guys. I have been wanting her palette so bad. Well, like a Melt Cosmetics stack or like palette for so long, and I seen that this was on sale on their on the Sephora sale site, and I believe it retailed for $29, which is a good deal because usually their palettes retail for like $54, $52, up in that range. So I really liked especially this side of the palette right here. I have like messed around with these colors already, but I wanted to go ahead and use it on camera with you guys. They do have like these colors right here, but as you guys can tell, I'm most excited for the colors on this side right here. So I think I'm just going to stick to this side for now because that's what intrigued me with this palette the most. I mean, these shades are really pretty as well, but I really was excited about this side right here. So I figured why not create something simple with you guys, something cute. I'm not really sure what I want to do, but I do want to use this palette. So that's what we're going to do today. And I am wearing my Nike shirt with a sports bra and these like camel pants. So I did want to do something like a burnt greenish orangish color on the lid because see what we end up doing. So the first shade that I want to go into in this palette is going to be this shade right here, and it is the shade Bold right here. It's like the only brown that's in this palette. So I'm going to go ahead and use a very little amount of that on the crease and start building that up. And I'm just going to be using this M441 brush. You guys, have had these brushes for so long, but they are really my ride or dies. So I'm going to start off by placing this in the crease area and just building this up and blending it out as much as I can because it is a little bit deep. Okay, so that is the shade Bold on both of the eyes, and as you guys can tell, it's very pigmented. I just took a little bit on my brush and blended it and buffed it out as much as I could just to get it a little bit less vibrant and a little bit more faded because it is a little bit more of a deep brown. So the next shade that I do want to go in with, and as you guys can tell, it does have a little bit of fallout, but that's nothing that bugs me. So the next shade I want to go in with is this green shade right here in the palette, and it is in the shade Game Changer. So that's the next shade that I'm going to go in with, and it's going to be on the same brush. And you guys, these greens are so gorgeous. They like intrigue me so much, so I figured why not try them out. So I'm just taking a little bit, and I'm going to start on this eye and just start buffing that in. Okay guys, so the next shade that I want to go into in the palette is going to be this burnt orange color right here. I'm not really sure where this look is going, but I'm just like mixing around on these colors. So it's going to be this burnt orange shade right here, and it is the shade Rule Breaker in the palette. And for this one, I'm going to be using the M433 brush from Morphe. Okay guys, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease. Like I said, I'm not really sure where this look is going, but hopefully it turns out good. I'm just kind of like playing with the colors in here so far. So I am going to cut the crease, and then I'll be right back with you guys to show you guys the lid shade. Okay guys, so I already went ahead and cut the crease, you guys, and I did blend a little bit more of that shade Rule Breaker on the outer crease areas. And with the green that I did put on, I just wanted it to be like a little subtle hint of green, so that's why I didn't go in so crazy with the shade Game Changer. But I wanted it to be a little bit in there, but just not as vibrant. So that's why that's in there just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and buff a little bit more of it on top, just with whatever's left on the brush. I'm not adding anything extra. So now for the lid shade, I'm going to go ahead and go in with this really pretty mustard color. This is what most excited me about this palette, was this shade right here, 2012, in the palette. And it is a gorgeous, gorgeous, like rusty mustard yellow color. So I'm so excited to go in with that. Hopefully it looks good, but we will see. Go ahead and take that shade 2012 and just place it on my lid. And you guys, that is so pretty. I don't know why it's kind of looking a little bit orangish and not really yellow. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, you guys, so that is how it's looking, but as you guys can tell, it's not really that burnt orange or burnt yellow color that we seen when you pick it up. It's kind of just turning orangey on me. I'm not sure if it's the concealer that I placed down or the color, because now that I'm kind of stacking it on top with my finger, it's coming up a different color, so I don't really know what that's about. Yeah, see, now it's looking a little bit more yellow. That's weird. And I don't think it's the brush. Let me go ahead and use a different brush and see if it changes colors. I'm going to go ahead and go back into this brush really quick and go into the shade Rule Breaker, which is that color that we had on the outside. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm liking this look. So I'm going to go in with this brush now and see if maybe it was the brush. That's weird. Yeah, because it's kind of turning a little bit orange as well. So I'm not sure what the heck is up with that color. If it's like a like a 3D color. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other lid and see how that shows up. Yeah, it's still coming out orange. I wonder why it's turning orange. Well, the next thing I want to do, since that turned a different shade, I'm going to go ahead and go into this color right here in the palette. And it is the shade Poppin' Bottles. And I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of the same shade, the same brush that I used this on. Just because I'm going to end up packing it onto my lid. And I'm just going to start packing it from the inner corner. That doesn't show any. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and spray my brush just because it's not sticking, you guys. I don't know what's going on with these first impressions. So I'm just going to spritz it a little bit. And then start packing it on the inner corner. There it goes. Okay guys, so this eye look is not going anywhere near what I wanted it to look, but it doesn't look too bad. I mean, I did kind of blend away the green, so the green was useless, you guys. But yeah, so overall, I feel like I still need to keep playing around with this palette and see like my thoughts on it. But for now, it's like an okay palette. I was really excited to use it, but maybe I'm just gonna start using like a few other shades. Maybe I just need to play around with it more. But for now, this is what I have. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up my eyes and do my liner, lashes, and everything like that. And then come back to the face because I do have a few new products for the face. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'll be right back with you guys. Okay guys, so everything just freaking sucks right now. I feel like I did my eyeliner way too thick. The eyeshadow didn't come out as I wanted it to. I basically lost that green color that I put in there. So not really sure if I should keep going, but I'm just gonna do it. As you guys can see, not everything's perfect. Sometimes when you guys play with makeup, things don't come out right. That's how I feel right now with my eyes. It's just like not right at all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the next product. The next product that I have for you guys is the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas, and this is a new primer that they came out with. Basically, it is the same thing as this one, the Tatcha Silk Canvas, in the pomade type, but in a liquid form, you guys. This I love so much. So what I'm going to do is kind of like test them out and see one on one side of my face and the other on the other side, just to see if there's a difference or anything, and show that to you guys just so you guys can see it on camera. But for the most part, I think that they said that they are the same, the claims, everything. So what I'm going to do is go in with this one on this side of my face and this one on this side. So the first thing I'm going to start out with is obviously the new one. So I'm going to try this one out. And they all come with like this little sticker thing that goes over it. So does the setting spray. I did have the setting spray. So I'm going to take one pump on the back of my hand. And it's a pretty decent pump. I could have gone with half a pump because I'm only doing this side of my face with it. So I do have a little bit of glitter everywhere. So I'm going to take a little bit of this primer and just start soaking it into the face. And it feels so good. It feels the same as the other one. Obviously, it's just not in like a palm consistency, like a pomade consistency. It's more of a liquid. Okay guys, so that is that side of my face with the primer on, with this one right here. This does come with a pump. I don't know if I said it already. I'm kind of just like everywhere right now. But that is this side of my face. I do have a little bit of a breakout going on. So hopefully it does like fill that in and take away the redness. But so far that is that side of my face. I feel like it looks super smooth, super like filtered. But that's kind of like what this does to my face every time I do use it. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with this one on this side of my face. And this one is a little bit of a thicker consistency. I mean, it's still smooth and not like thick, but it is a little bit thicker just because it is in this formula right here. Okay, you guys, so that is both of the primers. That is this one on this side and this one on this side. I don't know if you guys can see. There's not really a difference. They both did. I feel like it kind of blurred out some of the blemishes, and so this basically smells just like this one does. It smells like really good skincare, you guys, and for the price, I mean, it does do the job. These do retail for $52 for both. So it just depends which one you guys want. I believe they're both the same. They do the same thing. So it just depends if you want it in this formula or if you want it in the liquid formula. I feel like I like both of them. I would probably repurchase this one too. So it just depends which one I ran out of first, which would probably be this one because I've had this one longer. So I would repurchase this like this again, and I would do the same with this one just because I love this primer, you guys. And this primer does really good for your skin. So for the most part, I feel like they both look the same. They both look really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my foundation now. So I do want to try the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I am in the shade 4. You guys, I've only used this one time, and that was for the video I did just on this foundation review alone. I do want to try it out again just to see like how it looks with this primer. So I'm going to do 2 pumps. And I am going to try a different sponge though. This is a new sponge. I got this in my BoxyCharm, you guys. It does have a cute like little owl. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I'm gonna go ahead and dot this on my face and just go ahead and start blending it out. So I'm gonna do it on this side right here where I have this primer on. Looks with this primer on. As you guys can tell, it is a very glowy luminous foundation. If you guys can see, I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but it's really luminous right here. It looks really pretty, and I'm actually excited to use this with a new powder that I have that I'm going to be sharing with you guys as well, and it's also a luminous powder, so I wanted to see how it's going to look with that on. I'm just going to take a little bit more of this. Okay guys, so I don't have a new concealer to try out with you guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this Makeup Revolution concealer. I'm not sure if I used this on camera yet or if I haven't, but I have been using this Conceal and Hydrate one, which is really good for my under eyes just because I feel like my skin is so freaking dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one from Makeup Revolution, and I have it in the shade C6. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this concealer and just start blending it on my under eyes and down my T-zone. And then today I am going to be doing a little bit of contouring, but I'm going to be using this this Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation and concealer, and this is in the shade WN56 Cashew, and this is a little bit too dark for me, so I'm just going to use it as a like kind of just to bronze up the skin, a little bit of contouring. And I have been liking using this for that. Okay, you guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and blend it out using my sponge, and I'll be right back with you guys. So I do have two new powders to try out with you guys, and the first one is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose setting powder, and this is the glow setting powder that they came out with, which I was super excited to try out for the summer, and especially with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, so I kind of wanted to pair them together. But I also ended up picking up the Jaclyn Hill Luminous Powder in the shade Dumi, so I wanted to compare and contrast both of these a little bit and see which one I liked better. So I have used this once and I really enjoyed it, but I wanted to try it with this foundation, this primer and everything, and kind of the way I would bronze up my skin using the liquid concealer. So I figured why not test them out both with each other. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one on this side of my face to kind of just set it everywhere because I don't want to bake. I just kind of want to set it and make it look nice and glowy. And then the same with this one, I'm going to set this all over this side of my face and see if they compare. Let me go ahead and take off the sticker off the top. Ooh, I love fresh makeup. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit and pour it on the back of the cap, because like I said, I don't want to bake with it. I do just want to kind of set my face with this. So I'm going to take a brush. I'm going to be taking the, let's see. I want like a powder brush. Okay. So I'm going to be taking this brush right here, and I'm just going to dip it in the product and kind of swirl it around and tap it off a little bit, and then just start setting my face like that, because like I said, I don't want to bake. I just want to kind of set my face. So that's what I'm going to do, and I hope that I could still do that with this even though it has a glow. I want that glow from within. So I'm just going to take a little bit and start setting my face. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I can already see the glowiness of it, and I don't think it is too overwhelming, you guys. I don't feel like it casts a different like shadow. Okay, so that is how that looks. And you guys, I don't have any highlighter on. This is just the glowiness from the foundation and the luminous powder. What do you guys think? I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in just a little bit, and I'll show you guys both sides. Okay guys, so this is the side that is set with the Mercier powder. And I feel like it does a really good job at showing like, I feel like it does a really good job at the glow. Like I feel like I really like this. I think it looks really pretty on camera. I also feel like it looks pretty like in the summertime. I feel like it'll give you that luminous lit from within look that I'm looking for personally. Obviously it's not everybody's favorite to be glowing like that or like highlighted like that, but for me I feel like this is the perfect way to just give your skin that luminous look from within. Let me see. Yeah, and I feel like it doesn't have like a color to it or anything. Obviously you don't have to use as much as I did. You could just set your under eyes with regular translucent powder and just set the rest of your face with the glow powder. But for me, I just wanted to try it all over just to see if it set my face, and it does. It leaves it really glowy, really pretty. So now I'm going to go ahead and go on the other side and set it with the Jaclyn Hill powder. So I'm going to take whatever was left and just kind of dump it back into there so I'm not wasting product. And I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Dumi powder. And this is her luminous powder. That's what it's called. It's a luminous powder. So I'm going to go ahead and dump a little bit into the cap. Like so. And this one, it doesn't release too much product, which I really like because it doesn't give you more than you need. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with this powder brush right here. And I'm just going to start putting it in the powder, tapping it off, and then I'm just going to go ahead and start setting my face. Okay guys, so this is the side with the Jaclyn Hill luminous powder, and then this is the side with the Mercier glow powder. So I don't know if I really see a difference. I feel like this one has more of a gold undercast, and then this one has a little bit more of a champagne one, which if I prefer any, it's going to be the one that has the champagne one, just because I am a little bit yellow undertone. I'm not too dark, so I feel like if anything I would just go a little bit less with this I just would go in a little bit less. I would just go in with a little bit less of the Mercier powder and kind of just dust it all over. But for the most part, I don't feel like it's obnoxiously like in your face, like glowy or sparkly or anything. I feel like it's a subtle luminous look. But that is my opinion, you guys. And I haven't put on any bronzer, blush, or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to apply the rest of my products. And then I think that's the last product that I had to try out with you guys. So I'm going to apply the rest of my face, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply the rest of my face, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Okay guys, so I already went ahead and just finished off my eyes really quick. Like I said, I'm not in love with how my eyes came out today, but oh well. I do like how my skin is looking though, especially with those setting powders. I feel like it made it look super smooth, really glowy, and it's exactly what I wanted. But I did want to come back on here and share with you guys this new highlighter. I got this in my Ipsy bag, you guys, and I wanted to try it out, so I figured why not try it out with you guys on camera. And this is Dumi, and it says it's in the shade Bye. So I'm going to take a little bit of this on my highlighting brush, which is this one right here. It's my Milani one. And I'm just going to take a little bit and start putting it on the high points of my cheeks. And you guys, oh my gosh, for this being a baked highlighter, wow. Okay, so I think I'm really gonna like this. This is from the brand Estate. And you guys, this is showing up really, really nice. Usually baked highlighters aren't as vibrant as this is, but you guys, showing up really, really pretty. And it's not really showing much of my texture that I have. So I am going to kind of blend that out just a little bit with this brush. I'm just going to blend it out so it's not so crazy dramatic. I just wanted to share with you guys how that looks. And it looks really, really pretty. So I'm just going to blend it out just a little bit so it's not too dramatic. Alrighty. And I'm going to go ahead and start setting my face. I'm going to set my face using the Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. For lip liner, I'm going to go ahead and go in with, let's see, I'm going to go in with the shade Nude Beige from the NYX lip liner, the NYX Suede lip liners. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this and start lining my lips. And then for my lipstick, I'm going to go in with the liquid lipstick from Anastacio Beverly Hills in the shade Sand. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this and kind of dab it on the center of my lips. And I'm going to take out these clips really quick. Okay guys, so I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and do something with this hair and I'll be right back with you guys. Hey guys, so this is the final completed look, you guys. And I am very glowy today, very, very shiny and dewy. But I like that. The only thing is I think I'm very, very glowy right here in these areas because of this highlighter. Honestly, I would use this super subtly. I probably wouldn't put on as much as I did just because it was a baked highlighter and I didn't realize how freaking glowy this is. So this is super powerful. I did get this in my Ipsy bag, but it is, I believe, from the brand Estate, if you guys want to look that up. But I did get this in my Ipsy bag. Also, the powders, you guys, I love these. I cannot wait to use these for the rest of the summer, the rest of my videos. I really, really like these for setting the whole face. I'm not sure if you can go ahead and bake with these. I feel like it wouldn't be that great to bake with them because you'd be super glowy underneath your eyes unless it's what you're looking for. But if anything, I would go in and just bake my face with this and then kind of set the rest of my face with either one of these powders. Either I go a little bit more gold tone or a little bit more champagne. It doesn't matter. I feel like they both do a really good job. They're both very finely like milled. And if you guys are looking forward to trying these out, I would say go for it. I believe the Jaclyn Hill one retails for $32 and the Laura Mercier retails for $39. This one does have 1 ounce of product and this one has 0.35 ounces of product, so it just depends which one you guys want to go for. If you guys like more of a champagne powder or more of a gold tone, I feel like that's the only difference between them, but they both do kind of a similar job. So if you guys are looking for any of these products, these are really cool. And then for the eyeshadow palette, I feel like I do have to try this out a lot more. I was kind of disappointed in the fact that this shade isn't that yellow mystery shade. It is more of an orange shade when you apply it. But other than that, I really do like these shades and I will be playing with this palette so much more. I'm glad I have it in my collection and I'm glad it was on sale because I don't think I would have paid $54 for this. I'm glad that it didn't cost me that much. But I do like it. I like the look. I just feel like today was not my day for eyeshadow. What I did try out was the Fenty Gloss Bomb, you guys. And I really, really enjoy these. I think they leave your lips really pretty. I don't like to put on too much gloss just because I'm not a gloss girl, more of a matte lipstick kind of girl, but I did want these for the summer, so I wanted like a nice glowy look with a nice glossy lip, so that's why I purchased these. And these did come in a bundle for, I believe, $29. And the sponge. So this sponge, I did get it in my BoxyCharm, and honestly it's like super huge. I wouldn't be, I had a little bit of a hard time blending this out because I had to keep squeezing it so it wouldn't touch the rest of my contour shade, but for the most part, if you're just doing your whole foundation, it's really good. It gets things done fast, and I feel like it's a good material sponge. I will keep using this, but I think that's it. Oh, and the primer. So for the primer, you guys know I love this primer. This is one of my favorite primers in this form, and I feel like they both did the same job, except that this is liquid form and this is in this balm type of form. And it's just whatever you guys prefer. If you guys prefer it like this or like this, I'm just glad to have them both and have the option to use either one. But for the most part, I love this primer. I think it's really, really good if you guys are interested in investing in not only makeup but skincare at the same time. This is a great product to use underneath whatever you throw on top. So I do really, really enjoy this one, and I will be using this more in my videos. And then for the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, this is my second time using it, and you guys, I still really like it. I still feel like it leaves your skin looking filtered, and I just like the way that this performs, and I love the way that it performed in combination with this primer. So I really like it, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!